No.
Top of the news.
No. I was all happy. I'm like, yeah,
He did it on purpose.
I almost hit the wrong thing, and then I was like, yeah, I got the right one, and then I fucked it up. Son of a, what the fuck was that?
I forgot to put my phone on silent. My bad.
How dare you? What's up, everybody?
Professionalism.
Welcome to another episode of the Wardcast, your weekly source for video game news, machinima, and survival horror discussion, updates on the ward, and more. I'm your host, Sean Clark, alongside Jazz Rich.
Hello.
Hello. And Alec Funnel.
Did you know that Universal Pictures tried to sue Nintendo over Donkey Kong's similarities to King Kong?
I did know that.
Because they're both monkeys?
Well, unfortunately for Universal, they lost the suit and had to pay all of Nintendo's legal fees when it was discovered that they don't actually own the rights to King Kong.
Yeah, he's an animal. He's free.
Get. Wow. he's free to be his own monkey. All right.
No one owns the jungle.
Not even
George.
Jesus.
Not even Jesus.
So,
Jesus.
who watched the Game Awards?
Nope.
Hello, Lee. Neither of you?
I was playing games.
I was going to wait until you started reading the news, so then I didn't have to watch it.
Yeah.
It was a good call.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Did Cat Game win anything?
Actually,
You'll find out soon.
I need to know now.
No.
Overheard a little bit because I was on Discord with Carmen and she was listening to it because she was trying to win the Steam Deck.
But she didn't buy the games. Remember, you had to buy a game during like November.
Oh, she's been buying games, yeah.
Oh, that's right. She was the one of us that qualified.
She was the one. So I think I overheard. I don't remember what it was, but the guy was talking about like food or something, cooking. I don't know. There was a guy talking about something super fucking useless. Maybe not even food. I don't know. I don't remember. But yeah, they weren't even talking about games when I overheard. I was like, that's stupid.
Which Game Award were you watching?
I wasn't watching shit. I was playing Horizon. I mean, I wasn't doing anything.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, so Lee watched it, he said. But yeah, so they had Al Pacino was like the first Who? You don't know who Al Pacino is?
No, I do. I just like being a dick.
Oh, wow. But he was like the first guest presenter or whatever. Then he comes out. And I'm like, oh shit, that's a pretty big name. Like, good job, Jeff Keighley. Way to go. You're getting like big celebrities and stuff. Way to go. And then he comes up on stage and like it was the most awkward thing ever. I guess he couldn't read the teleprompter. So there's just these long, awkward pauses of him like squinting at the camera and shit like that. He ended up admitting that he couldn't read the fucking teleprompter. And it was just so long and drawn out and awkward and terrible that it totally ruined like any clout that it would have that they even had him in the first place. So it's like, wow, all right. It's a good start. And then immediately after that, he presented, I think it was Best Actor or Best Voice Performance, whatever the fucking category is. And Christopher Judge won the voice of Kratos. And he comes up and he's just as fucking, well, he's not just as awkward, but he does the longest, most like unnecessary speech fucking possible, thanking like everyone that he's ever met in his whole life and telling like multiple stories and shit. Like he was literally up there doing his acceptance speech for like 10 minutes. And Al Pacino standing there in the background, all awkward. It was just really, what a way to open the show. Like, what the fuck? It was terrible. And throughout the whole show, which was 6.5 hours, by the way.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Why?
Because most of it was that guy doing his speech.
Right. Yeah. Oh, Lee missed that part. Well, you're lucky. You're better off for not having to watch that. But like they had commercial breaks or whatever, and constantly they were doing this Samsung Xbox promotion where they're really like Xbox is really trying to get the fuck out of the console game. Like they just want to be a service. Like we've known that for a while. They've been talking about that for a minute. And
Is that why they didn't make any games?
Right. Yeah, so there's that. The Xbox had like no presence at all. I don't think they had a single announcement or maybe like one or two. Nintendo was hardly there as well. It was basically all Sony. But these commercials are just like, oh, like buy a Samsung TV and play Xbox through your Samsung TV, and like just constantly showing that commercial. And it's just so annoying. It made me really happy that I moved away from Xbox, because the way that they're going, they're probably going to be the first ones to transition completely out of physical into digital and go streaming and cloud-based and all that shit, because like they're going really hard into this Samsung TV bullshit. And they're probably from there, it's probably just going to like kind of spread out to like, okay, well, now you just play Xbox on a service on your computer, and you play Xbox on your phone and all that shit. And then like there's not going to be any more Xbox hardware. It's just going to be, oh, get this service and Game Pass and blah. And it just really irritated me to see that, because like I used to really like Xbox, and I know that we're inevitably going to get there, right? This is the future. This is where it's going to go. But I just like seeing it like just, I don't know, shoved in my face in that way. It just really irritated me. And it's like watching the Game Awards, I'm already just underwhelmed by everything. And then it's like every fucking 20 minutes or so, it's like, here's this thing you hate. Here's the future of video games. Don't forget, it's going to be garbage. So that was great. I loved seeing that. Some of the award categories, they didn't even read them aloud. They were just like, and the nominees are, and then they flash them up on the screen. Like, it's getting to the point where it's just like a joke. Like the awards don't even mean anything. They're not important. It's just a fucking big marketing showcase or whatever. You know, it's like they're trying to do like an E3 kind of a thing, just without the E3 and not nearly as exciting. Like these awards are a joke. But yeah, that's just really annoying. But yeah, they just, oh yeah, the nominees are blah blah blah, or they don't even say blah blah blah. They just throw them up on the screen, and then they tell you the winner, and then they're just like standing just off a frame, like right outside the camera view, and then they just walk in. Like there's like no, I don't know, gravitas to it. You know what I mean? It's just like it doesn't mean anything. It's not like, okay, well, here's this big presentation and there's like dramatic pause and like the nominees don't know who's going to win what,
And the
then
bongos.
out and they call them up to the stage and they get the award and all that shit. Like they did that on a couple of categories, but most of them, it was just like they pre-picked out who won. They were standing just off a frame right next to the camera. They flash up the nominees, and then here's your award. Get the fuck out of here. Like, why even bother? Like, if that's all it's gonna be, then just like put it up on a website and then mail out the awards.
Was it because Kratos spent 10 minutes doing all his lines for God of War 3?
I don't know, maybe.
Boy, fix this world.
It looks like Danielle saw the Game Awards as well. But yeah, 6.5 hours. There was a pre-show, a pre-show, the show, and then an after show. And considering like how little was going on, you know, in terms of like the trailers that we got to see and the announcements and just the underwhelming presentation of giving away the awards, like why are they making such a big deal that we need 2 pre-shows and an after show and almost 7 hours of people's time?
7
for what? Bye, Danielle. Thanks for coming by.
You could have completed, Stray like twice over in that time.
Completed what?
Stray cat game.
Hello.
You're a little bit out of sync with your audio and your video. Just letting you know. Yeah.
On the stream, because for me it's fine.
On the stream, yeah.
On the stream. Weird.
Oh,
and that was short.
Did that fix anything, or because I can't back out because I'm hosting?
No. It's just like a very, very minimal. It's okay.
Okay.
We'll get used to it.
Yeah, I can't fix it. I apologize. Technical
Just don't look at him.
difficulties. Yeah, wow. There.
Sean's in the future.
Oops. Yeah. I'll do the rest off camera. How about that?
No.
Would you-
Do it with hand puppets.
Yeah. Wow. But yeah, Game Awards. We'll talk about a little bit more of what was announced and kind of what happened later. But yeah, this week we'll be talking about that. We'll be going over the winners, and we'll be talking about the update on the Microsoft Activision Blizzard buyout, because there's an interesting news article about that. But before we get into all that, hey Alec, how
Hi.
have your weeks been?
It's been a
Yes.
month, but yeah.
Said weeks. Multiple.
It's been a month. It's been a month for me. Yeah, I've started watching the X-Files
For the first time.
yeah. It's okay. I kind of like it. I just fear, now we've seen the alien, and it's just like, okay,
There's no aliens in X-Files.
yeah. I'll keep on with it, but yeah, I've been half watching that and The Simpsons, like classic episodes, and I watched the latest Treehouse of Horror one, and I'm just like, yeah. Been watching other kinds of shit, so I watched X-Men: The Dark Phoenix for the first time.
Gross.
I am so confused by the timeline after watching that. I'm just like, what was the timeline again? It's like,
Is there even a timeline anymore?
I don't know. It was funny to watch the Doctor Strange Into the Multiverse or whatever, and it had Charles Xavier in it. I was just like, man, he is old as fuck. He's looking like a fucking raisin sitting in a fucking wheelchair.
Was it still Patrick Stewart?
Yeah.
Nice. Classic Charles.
Yeah. And then carrying on with X-Men stuff, I watched the New Mutants. It was okay, but it took so long to
The
get
Newtons.
to the point.
Newtons. Fig Newtons.
And I don't think that's going to have a sequel because, now I think they're restarting the whole X-Men thing. Or I don't know, but yeah.
I was gonna say it's Marvel. You don't get a sequel, you get a spin-off and then a remake of the spin-off.
Yeah. I watched a whole bunch of other films, British comedy films. I will just read it off my list very quickly. I watched Carry On Sergeant, Carry On Nurse, Carry On Constable, Carry On Teacher, Carry On Cruising, Carry On Regardless, Carry On Cabby, Carry On Jack, Carry On Spine, Carry On Clear, Carry On Cowboy. Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah, they're all made in the 60s or 70s. They're quite good fun, except for the black and white ones. They're a bit boring. But hey ho. On to gaming. I actually played some games. I played more GTA Vice City, and I'm annoyed because there's a trophy where you have to get 36 unique jumps, and I've got 35, and I know which one I'm missing. So I've done that jump like 6 times, and it will not come up with a pink text saying unique jump completed. Despite watching endless YouTube videos of other people how to do it, I do that same thing that I do on YouTube, and nothing. No.
Alec found a glitch.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
But what's even more annoying, that I do it on a different profile, and I get that fucking thing first time. Can I do it on my main profile? No. Ugh. And after that, I watched The Walking Dead end of season 11.
Just like, and then I watched this.
It's about as exciting as it gets.
Yeah, I won't give spoilers, but there's not really much spoilers to give. To
The
be honest,
dead are still walking.
they're not
It's
just
more of a
walking.
shamble.
Yeah. I played Umbrella Corps. I played a unholy amount of Umbrella Corps lately. So much that my head ached for a day afterwards. But yeah, I got Credence back up to level 60 for no reason, and some other characters for no reason. But yeah, I played Tekken 2. I played Tekken Tag Tournament 2. I played Dino Master Party again for some unknown reason. I was just like, it's a dinosaur PlayStation 1 game. I played it before, and I don't know why I insisted on playing it again. But I did. And yeah.
So excited.
I know you sound so miserable.
I am. But I played a
You
new
did
game.
so much and you hated all of it.
No, tell her I played 2 new games. The first new game I played was Human Fall Flat. I'm enjoying it. I'm a little bit obsessed with it at this moment, but I know there's going to be a point where I'm just going to give up with it because there's a trophy on it called Speedrun. You have to start at the main stallion and finish at ice. Only problem is you got to do it without it crashing. And the amount of times that game fucking crashes, it's not even funny.
Quality.
Yeah. So just last night with Jazz watching, I decided to play Human Full Flat as Credence.
Oh, that's what you were talking about.
Yeah. It's on my Twitch, so it should still be up there. I might download the video and do something with it. But yeah, that was kind of fun. Especially,
It's the best we can hope for from you is kind of fun.
kind of fun. But I had a funny moment because a kid came on because it was a public match. So a kid came on and I was doing my Credence voice. I was like, and this kid is like, "Are you Mickey Mouse?" That's kind of shit. and that as Credence, I'm just going. But yeah, I had to kick him in the end.
The kid has never heard Mickey Mouse a day of his life.
Right?
Yeah, it's like he's 5 years old or something. How the hell does he know
Yeah,
what
Mickey
Mouse
Mouse,
is?
but like bound and gagged because I'm being fucking held hostage.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what he's been watching.
Maybe, which is
The dark side of Disney.
50 Shades of Mickey.
Disney snuff.
I'm going through my notes again, and I'm just like,
It'll
I played Final Exam, a PS3 horror game, and
Oh yeah.
the notes I have of it is shit controls.
Wow.
Yeah. But let's bring it on to my other new game I played. It was Disaster Report 4, Summer Memories.
Oh. I want to play that.
You should. You play as this guy that survives an earthquake, and you go around doing good or bad things. Of course, when I was playing it, I was doing bad things, and yes, I was definitely recording it, and I definitely see some machinima potential in it. So yeah, I was intrigued to find out about the other games, which brings me to my show and tell number one.
Number one.
Number one. So this is in the UK, SOS: The Final Escape. This is the first
Sauce.
disaster report. I think it's disaster report in Japanese, and for some reason this is sauce. But I watched a little bit of gameplay of this one, and I was just like, "Oh man, I could do something with this."
Why is the first one called The Final Escape? It's like Final Fantasy all over again.
It probably was thinking like it's not going to do well, so just like Final Fantasy. So, yeah. So I'm intrigued. I haven't actually played this yet. My PS2 is still in a box somewhere downstairs, but hopefully next year I can get things going and stop playing.
Yeah,
and
get your shit
recording properly.
organized.
I'm trying. Have you not seen the orange walls?
Get your life
I
together.
do. You're like mustard.
Yeah. I'm wearing the walls, bitch. Okay,
wearing
my
ketchup.
second show and tell is well, it is a doorbell. Doorbell.
I think it goes on the door.
Yes. But what happens when I press this button?
When somebody rings your doorbell, you're gonna fall asleep.
Or get
got
really
other
annoyed after a few
options.
times.
I love that reaction. Jazz, you're now a doorbell.
I don't want to be a doorbell.
Special unit doorbell
I went to
coming
college.
in for a landing.
Open that door. Stop it. Don't open that door. Stop it. Don't open that door. Stop it. Don't open that door.
I don't know why I did it 4 times, but whatever.
People are gonna hear the second one and like run away from the door. They'll think somebody's
Right.
yelling at them.
But isn't this awesome? You can have up to 8 things. I think I only got 6, so but
That is pretty cool.
You should put Beer Me
I should.
for Alex.
There's other
Oh,
ones. But
you should
I'm
put
not
the
gonna
theme
get it.
song for Life is Stupid. But don't
La,
tell
la,
Alex.
la, la, la.
Don't tell Alex and then just go outside and just constantly ring the doorbell.
Metal Gear.
That's so creepy.
I know. Perfect for Halloween.
Like if I rang the bell and I heard that, I think there's like a cult shit going on.
The only reason why I'm talking over it is because I don't want you to get a copyright strike. But and this is the
I'm
one we
gonna copyright
decided.
strike you for residence.
This makes for a very good doorbell. This is why we decided to keep it this one. So yeah.
It's also mellow though.
Mm.
Shouldn't it be
So-
like loud and obnoxious, like to get
Well,
your
he's got
attention?
the residence one.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So yeah, that was my week's month and show and tells. Isn't that awesome? I actually have a fucking house with a custom doorbell. So
Nice.
Jazz, how
Progress.
was your week?
I have a doorbell with a custom house.
Yeah.
And mustard walls.
My week was kind of meh. I watched a lot of stuff and I actually played stuff and I played new stuff, sort of, for like an hour.
Sort of.
I don't think I really did anything, so I'll just like go straight to what I watched if I can remember. I started watching Willow, the show, because I had seen the trailer and I was like, oh, I really want to see this. So I watched one episode, and I was like, this is totally like D&D vibes. This is like something I would like. And then realized that it follows a movie from 1988. So I went and watched the movie, and then it was really good. And then I went back and watched episode 2, and then after episode 2 realized that it was a weekly release thing and there was only 2 episodes, and I was like, oh fuck. So obviously this Wednesday I watched the 3rd episode because I think I watched them like Tuesday, so I only had like the next day. And it's really good. I'm really enjoying it. And I read up a little bit that the cast apparently are like, they're like so close that they consider like a family. Like they're having so much fun together that like it's a good atmosphere. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. But yeah, no, I would recommend it to anybody who I had never seen the movie, obviously, but for anyone who's
What's
seen
Willow
the 88
about?
movie. Like the movie or the show?
Both, I guess.
So the movie, I think it's like there's this guy, he's I guess considered like a gnome, like they're like the short race of that world. And he wants to be like a sorcerer, and then like a baby just randomly shows up, but the baby was like the reincarnation of a powerful sorceress, and they have to like save her, and people are after her to kill her. But there's comedy. Apparently Val Kilmer, right? That's who was in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was pretty funny in there. It's just like them trying to return the baby, and it just felt like a Lord of the Rings D&D quest, which was really cool. Obviously graphics or CG, like that super shitty CG thing, but like it was pretty good considering it was like 88.
If it was in 88, there was no CG.
Yeah, things from 88 are kind of stupid, but I mean like the special effects, like
Oh,
yeah, it was like it was enjoyable, and then the show obviously like a little more budget, a little more of times, but now it's the show, like it's the kid, the baby, she's grown up, and they're, I don't know yet. Like somebody, like they get attacked, and then like the prince goes, like gets kidnapped, so like the princess and her friends and whatever like have to go find them. I don't know. It's hard to describe because I don't know exactly. I just like watched it and didn't really grasp like what the fuck is the plot, but I watched that. I went with Beth to the movies to see Violent Night, and that was fucking awesome. I like laughed super loud. I was like cringing because I could see like what, I'm like, oh my god, this thing's gonna happen, and or like if it did happen, like there was a lot of jaw drop and cringing, and like in a good way. There's subliminal messages from Sean. That was weird.
what?
Something went like.
Oh, you're welcome.
I watched Anna and the Apocalypse. Actually, I watched that yesterday, but yeah. Because
Yesterday was part of your week.
yeah, because
Yeah.
it's Christmas time, so might as well go with it and watch Christmas movies like Violent Night and Anna of the Apocalypse. I bought more movies. I bought Krampus, so I'm gonna watch that with Beth. What else did I fucking watch? I feel like I watched like 1,000 things. I've been watching The Simpsons. I haven't yet gotten to like season 2 of all the things that came out on Netflix, but I've been watching The Simpsons. And I'm pretty far into that, and that's still funny.
Why am I the only one not watching The Simpsons? What is that?
I don't know. I was like, yeah, The Simpsons took a turn and tried to be like Family Guy and like got like more adult comedy stuff, and then I realized no, it just like grew with its audience. So that makes sense. But it's good. It's funny, and I like fall asleep to it and then go back to the episode that I last saw and then do it again. And for games, where did I play? Played like one game of PUBG just before the podcast. I've been playing a lot of Horizon Forbidden West, trying to get my trophies and my 100%. I'm at 77% right now.
7.
Only because I got like 8 trophies this morning and I have 13 to go. I played the first one because Carmen wanted to see the story because she can't run it. So I've been playing the first one and streaming it for her, which gives me an excuse to play through the first one again. Yeah. More ideas for machinima stuff kept coming up. I want to say I played Plague Tale, but I didn't actually like. I only played the part Carmen was stuck in to try to like guide her through it, and made her a video of it. Like I ran through it in 4 minutes, and I was like, "Here you go, this is what you have to do." But I missed that game. And then what else did we play? I don't think we played anything last weekend.
No?
No, we did not.
We didn't play PUBG?
No.
Did you play Mass Effect? I thought you were saying you were going to play it.
Yeah, that was the new game I played. I was saving that one for
Wow.
last, but Alex just spoiled. Yeah, I saw that Mass Effect was one of the free games this month, so I played that. I remember when I tried to play the first game, the graphics were just so crap that I like couldn't figure out where I was supposed to go. Like it was just such a mess, like going to that.
That game
So-
doesn't look that bad.
No, I was playing it like on the computer. Like the only way I could play it was with lowered graphics, and like the graphics are already like dated, and it was just like
Wait, so it was a free game on Steam?
on
Or
PS4.
what? Then
But,
why
like,
were
the
you
first
playing
time
it
I-
on your computer?
The first time I tried to play the game, I was playing
Oh.
Mass Effect 1 on Steam with reduced graphics.
Hmm.
And it was just the graphics are not detailed to begin with, so when you had to tone it down and everything, it was just crap and I wasn't into it. So I was like, hey, now I have a reason to try it again. It's
I don't like
It's
where
kind
this is going.
it's kind of boring.
What?
There's like
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just because like I only did like the one little mission at the start. I only played for an hour, but like I don't know. It's just weird. Like go from this point to this point. You shoot maybe four robot things, and then you pass out.
Yeah.
Cool. So
Have
I'm
some
gonna keep
dialogue.
trying. Yeah, I'm gonna keep trying, and I'm like, if the first game, it makes me think a little bit of Halo. Like if the first game is like okay for a story, then at least I'll know like, hey, with these like remastered graphics, once I get to the third game, it's gonna be fucking awesome. But we'll have to wait and see if I can get there. I haven't played through a trilogy of games since Tomb Raider, so we'll see.
You know why it feels all slow and boring, right?
Because there's like nothing. There's like 3 or 4
No, because
robots.
like that's how like everything is these days. Like everything is just like action, 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 like all the fucking time. It doesn't matter what it is, if it's an RPG or a fucking shooter or a puzzle game or whatever. Like everything that you play these days, it's all just like constant fucking action. So like when you
Except
go back and
Horizon.
you play something, that's not true. There's tons, like from what I play, there's tons of action. But it's just like it ruins older games like that, like because it's sensory overload. You get used to that with like everything that you play these days. So it's just like if you're not getting that constant gratification anymore, it's just like, well, it feels underwhelming. You know what I mean? It just kind of sucks. It's okay to have slower paced games, but like everything is just the same. Everything's open world and everything is crafting and fucking RPG elements. Like everything is the same.
I would say that's pretty much the same cool with natural disaster 4. You play for a bit and then someone stops you to have a conversation. And then you go off for a bit and then have another conversation. But yeah.
Yeah, because like that game's really more about like you spend most of the time in that game just like learning about the characters. Like you're just constantly talking to people and going through like dialogue trees, and like you have different choices, like dialogue trees that you can go and build relationships with all the characters and stuff like that. And that's more what you're getting out of that game, like is the characters. It's like going into Life is Strange and being like, it's too slow. You know what I mean? Like you have to have the proper
There's too many
expectations
choices.
where like don't expect it to be a game. Like it's the third in a franchise in a period of time where like everything was going from whatever it was in the beginning to an action game. Just like fucking Dead Space 3, that turned into an action game. Like everything with a 3 in it turned into an action game. Fable did the same thing. But
Fable 3 was the best one because it was stupid.
they are all stupid.
Um,
But yeah,
I
just like make sure you have proper expectations. Like know that it's not about like shooting shit and like tons of combat. It's about the narrative. It's about the character interactions. It's going to be slow.
More like Metal Gear.
well, all I know is when I started the
Which
game, the
also
first voice
turned
I
into an
heard.
action game.
When I started the game, the first voice I heard, I was like, "Sounds like Seth Green." Yeah, that's Seth Green. I looked
Yeah.
it up. Yeah, that's Seth Green.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no doubt about it. No, like I'm seeing a lot of like as we do for games that we play, potential for like machinima down the road. Especially if you can like custom make your character, which took me longer than actually playing the game, by the way. And then like you're like, oh yeah, that looks a lot like me, and then you start the game and the character's like, and you're like, wow, okay, all of that time that I put in, garbage. I'm gonna keep playing it. I'm gonna keep trying, and I feel like I played something else, and I just can't remember. I can't say I played Human Fall Flat because I literally fell from the sky and then like left.
Yeah.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah. I've been working on stuff though. I've been I don't remember. I've been putting a video together of like glitches and I'm gonna like do something with that because I glitched so many games. I like recently just glitched Horizon in a really good way. Actually did it again today, so I'm the best.
Good job.
Yeah. But that's all for games, I think. Yeah. My show and tell. It's really stupid. It's not even video game related or anything. So it's this moose. Okay, he's wearing a little ugly Christmas sweater and an ugly Christmas sweater hat. He looks like a bear, right? So he's like a berry moose.
Beery.
I didn't name him Barry though. I named him Chris because he's Barry Chris Moose.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's got little boots. But yeah, this is my show and tell. I don't know. I found him at the dollar store. He has a really derpy face, and like
That's why you
when I
named
buy
him Chris.
when
the
I
real
buy
reason.
things like that, I always want to get the one that's like the most derpiest face, like because it's funnier.
You should
yeah.
make him a boulder that he can punch.
I'll send him to you, and you can just like drop him off in Boulder, Colorado, somewhere.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Is that
Yeah.
like Chris's weakness? Like if you put
Colorado.
it's like yeah, it's like kryptonite for him. Like you take him to Boulder and he
He
just
just starts punching
he shrinks
everything.
down.
He just
Like his
punches
muscle mass
everything.
just
He's like
goes
punching
away.
he's like the air. People are like,
Just
what are you
punching
doing? He's
air.
like, fucking Boulder. Yep,
That'd be amazing.
that's all. Sean, your turn.
Hey, hi. My turn. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched things. I also watched Violent Night, and it was really good. And I thought it was going to be fucking horrible, and I was pleasantly surprised. It's actually like I mentioned, like I have
How?
that movie pass thing, right? Because like all movies suck these days. Like every
The
movie I
trailer
go
looked
see,
amazing.
yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. It just sets your expectations high for you to be disappointed. That's
No,
how
you
that
just
works.
set your expectations to be disappointed.
Then I should be like happy all the time because like if it's halfway decent and my fucking expectations are like as low as possible, then I should be like, yeah, that was good. But no, it's always
You still
garbage.
didn't like Village.
What about Village? How dare you
I
say
said
that name?
You
But
said, you know-
anyways,
yeah.
oh
Anyway.
what? It was really good. I liked it a lot. And I saw the menu. That was fucking horrible. I don't even know what it was about, and I saw the whole thing. Yeah. But I also watched Anna and the Apocalypse by coincidence, and because you have to watch it every year. It's it's the holiday movie for the whole family. Yeah, it's so good. So
I was muted, but I said, see, there's a candy cane.
good. See, Christmas.
I like that you told me to watch it, and I was literally watching it when you told me to. I was like, yeah.
I could sense it. I also watched some of the final season of The Walking Dead. I think I'm on episode 18, something like that.
Okay, nearly there.
It's so bad. It's so bad. Like we were talking about boring shit. Wow. That is boring as fuck. Which is really sad because I really fucking used to love The Walking Dead, and they just ran it so far into the ground. And I had something spoiled about that season that kind of pisses me off. But anyways, I'm gonna finish watching that. And I think I watched some other things, but I can't remember what. Nothing probably worthwhile. I played a couple of games. I played more Made in Abyss. I think I'm like, that game seems like it's going to be really long. And I don't have time for that shit. You know what I mean? But it's really good. I like that game a lot. And I've been playing Callisto Protocol. I don't entirely know how I feel about it. Like, I want to say I'm around 3/4 of the way through it, and it's getting better. I feel like I guess I'm starting to learn like the combat a little bit. It's weird. It's fucking Dead Space, like almost like 1-to-1. It's like the same fucking thing. And the main difference really is that it's got like the main focus is not guns, it's melee combat, which is weird. And like, oh, you know what? I know what it is. It's like a combination of Dead Space and what is that game called? Rise, Son of Rome, which is not a good game. It's a mediocre game, but it's kind of like that because like with all the melee and shit, because like every interaction with an enemy is basically the same thing. It's either you shoot it and it dies, or you don't have ammo and you wait for it to attack you, and you dodge to the left, and then you dodge to the right, and then you smack it a bunch of times with a melee weapon, and you do that a couple hundred times, and it gets really repetitive. But kind of as I've been playing it, there's a little bit of nuance there where you have a little bit more control than they let on that you have. So if you kind of experiment with it and you play around with it, there's a little bit more freedom to it, which makes it a little bit more bearable. So I've been starting to feel it a little bit more towards the back end of the game, but I don't know. I just had really high expectations for it. It's really beautiful, looks amazing. But like the characters are kind of blah, the story is kind of blah. It's like everything that it's trying to do, I feel like Dead Space did better like a decade ago. So it's like, why? Like, why are we here? And then in addition to that, I'm always in the back of my mind, I'm like, well, Dead Space remake is around the corner and Dead Space was better than this. So I just kind of want that. So I don't know. It's fine. I'd say it's a good game. It's not a bad game. It's not a great game. It's fine.
Is it machinable?
Maybe like you could probably do like a one-off. You know, there's not a whole lot of cutscenes, and the gameplay content isn't very varied, so there's not really a whole lot you can do with it. But maybe a one-off. We'll see. That's kind of it. I didn't play any Solstice this week. Just the two. I worked on some stuff that I talked about last week, but I haven't gotten far enough to do any updates or anything like that. But I'm still working on that. You don't know what I'm talking about,
No,
Alec?
because I didn't. No, I went to bed.
Just I've been working on some Patreon stuff. I've been working on some website stuff. Been working on a couple of Christmas machinimas, and I think that was it. Yeah, been working on a bunch of stuff. What did you say?
I said porn.
Porn as
Yeah.
well.
The railroad.
What?
Been working on the railroad.
Oh yeah, that too.
No, fuck off.
I unboxed Lee's boxes. That was an adventure. It took me a day. I filmed for 7 hours. 7. Like almost 7 hours. Like what the fuck?
They've been sat in his flat for like a year and a half. So.
I've been eating. These came out of the box. They're the Magic Stars, Nemesis's favorite candy. They smell like dog food, so I had to ask Lee if they were actually edible, and they are. And they're just little like chocolatey. It's weird because it says Milky Way, but it doesn't have like the Milky Way stuff. It's just like little chocolate stars. It's just chocolate. Where's the Milky Way part of it?
It melted.
It melted.
Yeah.
But yes, it was an interesting experience. It was a struggle. It was amazing and horrifying all at once. But I'm working on editing together those videos. I don't even know what that's going to look like because it's so much. I'm going to have to cut
It's going to be its own series.
It is. I'm going to have to break that into like 4 or 5 videos, and and that's even with cutting a lot of content because I'm going to cut it together. I did like 3 camera angles to kind of make it a little bit more interesting. But goddamn. So yeah, essentially I have to go through 7 hours 3 times because there's 3 different angles. So yeah, it's a lot of work. But
either that or watch the Game Awards again.
Yeah, right. Only longer. Yeah. Thank you, Lee. It was amazing. And what is wrong with you and stuff?
Oh, I can't wait.
Good Lord. But yeah, that was really cool. What else? Oh, I was kind of going through some older stuff, and I found some Let's Plays that I never published. So I know I started to do one, which is the Resident Evil 6 Let's Play that I did with you, Jazz. I put up one episode and then stopped. But I have like 4 or 5 more videos, and I was kind of watching through those again, and it's actually a really funny Let's Play because we were so fucking stupid. So we'll continue that. And I don't remember if I started the Resident Evil 0 Let's Play or not.
No.
I don't think I ever posted that. Yeah, so I've got 4 or 5 videos of that as well, which was me and Jazz and Diz. And again, that was also very, very stupid, and it made me laugh a lot. So I'll put those up here soon. So yeah, more content. We got machinimas coming up, some Let's Plays, unboxings. It'll be good.
I just want to note anybody who wants to do Let's Plays with me, you have to bear in mind that I'm gonna be a fucking idiot the whole time. That's what I do. You give me somebody to play co-op with, I'm gonna fuck around.
What are you
It's true.
talking about? I didn't notice that at all. Not
How many
even a
balloons
little
did I
bit.
pop?
I didn't see you pop any. I did
How many times did
You
I
didn't.
complain that I wanted to do the Helena copter?
a lot.
Yeah,
like
there it
like
is.
30 times. It was
There
a
it
lot.
is. There's always something.
Yeah. It was funny though. It was good. We need to continue that. That was a good Let's Play. Show and tell. I have a mixture of things. Since it's right here, I guess I'll do. Oh look, Callisto Protocol, generic box art.
Such
But
a great
I've still been
enthusiasm
kinda-
for show and tell. Oh look, yeah.
Well, it was just there, and it's just like it's just a game. But I've also been going through, and I mean, I've been talking about it for a while, but I still going through and cleaning and organizing all my games, and like I found a bunch of stuff that I thought I had, but I don't. I just had like a bunch of empty cases, and I don't know why. I don't know if somebody stole them from me or if I lost them or whatever, but it's really upsetting because like there's a bunch of shit there that's like
I know where he lives.
it's kind of expensive, and like replacing them is like not an option. But yeah, this is one of them. This is like really rare. Skies of Arcadia on the Dreamcast. And I'm just going through, I'm cleaning it. I'm looking at the case. I'm like, oh God, that's in really good shape. And I open it and oh, look, it's not fucking there. That was great. So that made me happy.
Is it in your Dreamcast console?
It's in your butt.
No, I looked everywhere. I don't have it. I don't know what
It's
the
in your
fuck.
butt.
Somebody must have taken it, or I don't
It
know.
was Shayla.
Probably. Fucking there's a couple that I'm missing that I do think Shayla has. Like I don't think it was intentional.
Shayla,
but
if you're listening, return the property.
yeah. Can I have my games back, please?
Also
I want
return.
them. But I bought a couple of games because they were like a super amazing deal. I found it on the Facebook Marketplace, and it was like a local guy selling games. These are the first Dreamcast Sega Saturn games that I've ever bought in my entire life, and they're really staples
Shit.
of that library. No, they're not shit. They're like on rails shooters. They look terrible. You can't really see in the screenshots, but they're complete and they're in really good shape. And I got a really good deal on them, and it was just really cool to add those to my collection. I want to kind of try to build up my Sega Saturn collection a little bit, because they're starting to get more and more hard to find and more expensive, and I want to get the games that I want before they get stupid.
You have
Like-
a problem,
Like
Sean.
PlayStation is getting really
Just one?
expensive. I have a lot of problems. What do you want from me? And I have one thing. I don't
Money.
want to spoil anything too much from the unboxing, but I had to bring this. This is something that Lee sent me in the box, and it's amazing because it's Where's Waldo, but it's fucking zombies. Like what the fuck? Why does that exist? It's so great. Instead of Waldo, you have to find a zombie family. These two, and then these ones, you have to find them in the crowd of zombies. That's not a good page. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's
There.
going to be really hard to do because it's like
Damn it, just stop copying.
it's a whole fucking page of zombies, and you're trying to find specific zombies. Like that's not going to be an easy thing.
You're
to do.
gonna spend like 10 hours on one.
Probably. But it's so cool. I can't believe that exists, and I've never fucking heard of it. It's so great. But yeah, there you go. Show and tell.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Guess what time it is.
It is 10 minutes to 11.
I just saw that Lee asked how the Milky Way magic stars are, and they
That's why I
are
asked. Because I read comments.
They are
He
chocolatey.
literally asked you that before you even showed them. It's like, whoo.
They are
He knew.
chocolatey. They are chocolatey.
Is Milky Way like the brand, right? Like that's a chocolate bar?
I think so because
It is here.
the logo looks different. So I don't know if it's the same Milky Way or not. But yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I expected them to taste like little bite-sized Milky Way candy bars, but they don't taste like that. They just taste like milk chocolate.
I could
Which is
just remember
fine, but-
being obsessed with Milky Way stars. And it's like,
They are good.
I'll send you the Meteor chocolate bar so that you'll have like a whole space of chocolate.
I will mix them together and make my own candy.
let's talk about news.
It's time for some news.
Moose?
News.
So stupid.
Wow.
It's
Either
time
person
for
cat
some
them.
moose.
It's time for that's a bear.
It's a berry moose.
It's a berry moose.
Miss.
Okie dokie. To start off, we'll go over the noteworthy winners of the Game Awards.
Oh, cat game.
It's pretty underwhelming, and it's basically what you would expect.
Cat game.
Game of the Year, Elden
Okay.
Ring. Best Game Direction, Elden Ring. Best Narrative, God of War. Best Art Direction, Elden Ring. Best Music, God of War. Best Audio Design, God of War. Best Performance, Christopher Judge from God of War. Games for Impact, As Dusk Falls. I have no idea what that is. Best Ongoing Game, Final Fantasy XIV. Makes sense. Best Indie, Stray.
Yay, cat game.
And then what the fuck? Best debut indie? What? Why? Why is that a category? But that was also Stray.
A category.
Category. Best action adventure.
Because he's a cat.
Wow. Thank you for clarifying that. I had no idea what you were talking about.
No worries, I got you.
Best action adventure, God of War. Best action. Again, why is there action and action adventure? Like, why? What are these categories? They're so dumb. Anyways, best action was Bayonetta 3, which was good. That was kind of a nice surprise that actually won something. Best RPG, Elden Ring. Best fighting game, Multiverses, which is pathetic. Like that's the best game that we had this year. All right. And then best adaptation was Arcane, which was good. That definitely deserved to win that. But again, like what was it going up against? Fucking Uncharted? Ooh. Sonic? I don't know. And then one of the game of the year, I think it was game of the year nominations was Stray, which is an indie game. Like really, like I'm sure Stray is fine and everything like that, but that should not be in the running for fucking game of the year in like normal circumstances.
Why did
That's
Horizon not
why
win?
we have best indie as a category, because indie games and AAA games are not on the same level, and therefore they should be nominated separately. I know Horizon was nominated for, I think, 3 or 4 categories. I know best performance was one of them. I think art direction was one of them. I think narrative was one of them. But yeah, it didn't win anything, unfortunately.
I find it really stupid. Like I haven't played God of War, so like I can't really say, but I find it's the new one, right?
Yeah, Ragnarok.
It just came out like what, a couple weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
How do you judge how like the whole year is just like never mind because this game just came out and like basically everybody who was like, oh, this is the best game ever, like plays this one now. And how do you get like a last minute game in and then everybody suddenly votes for it?
Well, because the votes count for something stupid like 2% or whatever, like the people that actually cast their votes. So like it's almost irrelevant. Basically, the people like the judges or whatever that are appointed for picking the nominees and the winners. Like they're, reviewers or whatever, like there's probably somebody from like IGN and, the other different media outlets that play these games, and then they pick who's nominated and they pick the winner. So like that makes a little bit more sense because of that, because like whether they played it, 8 months ago or 2 weeks ago, like they are playing all the games, so they can form their opinions fairly consistently. But that shouldn't be how this is done. This should be like it should be the viewers. They should be voting. Like they make it seem like that's where they get their verdict from. It's like, oh, you go to their website, cast your vote, pick who you want to win, but it really has no relevance to who they pick. Like these aren't picked by gamers, by the gaming community. This is picked by editors, reviewers,
I would say
journalists.
there's politics in video games,
All right.
and voting doesn't matter.
Because if it
Doesn't-
was in the hands of the viewers, that wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't be right to be like, okay, this game just came out, people are
Yeah.
excited about it, and they're going to vote for that.
Just came out, and I feel like it would have been like there wouldn't have been enough time to really get through the game enough to be able to like count it for the best of this and that.
Right.
I don't know.
But yeah,
And that
it's-
you've forgotten about the previous games that you played in the year, so long ago that you played other games.
Miscount.
there were no games. There was nothing else. That's the whole thing.
Best picture goes to
It was
Super Mario
Elden Ring
All-Stars.
and it was God of War. Those are the
Wow.
2 games that came out this year that really were worth anything. I mean,
That's
That's not true.
I mean, that were on the level of what you would typically consider to be game of the year, like Plague's Tale. Like, I like that game. I haven't played the second one, and I'm sure it's just as good as the first one. Probably, but I just like that's not a game of the year game to me. It's a good game. It's a great game.
Can
Horizon, I could see being one.
Yeah, like that game is so pretty. Can we take a moment to appreciate that Call of Duty didn't win?
Yeah, it was.
Yes.
It was only Call of Duty was nominated in something
Or
dumb.
Village.
It was action. It was best action game is what it was nominated for.
Nominated is just like a fancy word for like you were included in seeing other people win.
But Call of Duty is not a fucking action game. What happened to the first person shooter category? Did we not have enough games this year to even justify that? Fucking Call of Duty is not an action game. Like you can't compare Bayonetta and fucking Call of Duty. Those are not in the same running. That's stupid. Just like fucking Stray and like God of War. Like what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
The nominees
Stray should have
are,
won.
are a joke. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Anyways, there are some other categories that were all garbage that I'm not even going to mention. Bunch of esports shit and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I actually voted for all these like things, and when it came up for the esports thing, I was like, I have no idea who any of these people are.
Right.
Skip.
Skip. No,
Skip the
thank
vote.
you. Hey, wow. All right.
What?
News. So we're going to go over all the stuff that they revealed.
Batman's getting
during-
intensive treatment.
We're going to go through all of the news that was revealed during the Game Awards, and then there's like 2 things after that. So Kevin Conroy left us one final Batman performance, which is kind of cool. I guess this was
Damn it.
his final unannounced project that he was working on before he passed. Unfortunately, that performance is going to be in the new Suicide Squad game that looks like the title is being developed by Rocksteady, which gives some hope, but I mean, it's kind of been downhill since Arkham City. They haven't really been able to recapture like what they had with Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. So like, I don't know. I'm just not really expecting a whole lot out of this game. And then they're trying to capture the magic of Arkham Asylum again, but they're doing it they're doing like a multiplayer open world game, which like, that's not, how does that work? You know what I mean? Like they're just trying to force open world and co-op because it's popular and that's where the money is into this thing. And it's just not, it's not supposed to be that. It's supposed to be like a story driven single player, like isolated kind of story. And that's what it did well. and that's what they should continue to do if they want to continue to, to I don't know, have that magic that they had in the first one. Because like they never even tried to go back. With City, they made it open world, and then they did Origins, which was a different team, but they made the exploration even bigger. And then they did Arkham Knight, which they just made it even bigger than that. And none of them have been as good as the original. So like, why not just go back to what you did well? Make it make it single player, make it story focused, shrink it down, and just like doesn't have to have all this quantity. Quality over quantity sometimes is better. And it would have been nice to see like Kevin Conroy do like one more time as Batman in that kind of environment, something that's going to be successful, that's going to work as an Arkham game, rather than, oh, it's 4-player co-op and oh, it's quirky and shit because that's what the DC movies are doing. And it's just trying to force all these elements into something that it's not going to work. It's not what we want from that kind of a game. But anyways, it's cool that we're going to get one final performance from him, but it's unfortunate that it's going to be in a game that's probably going to bomb. You know what I mean? Like kind of a shitty way to go out. But oh well.
Just like Day and Air 1998.
Like what?
Like Day and Air 1998.
Oh yeah! Ouch! Wow! Wow! But yes, exactly like that. That was really unfortunate too. Oh well. At least the Batman looks all right. He doesn't look super shitty. But it's weird. Like if you look at him, he looks like a zombie or something. There's some weird shit going on with his face. But yeah, I hope it's good. I hope I'm wrong. But just, from the way that things have been going with that franchise, it just, I don't know. It's not very exciting anymore.
So if I was going to play any Batman game, which Batman game should you recommend?
The first one. The first
is
Arkham Asylum.
DC Universe Online.
Okay, which is on PS3, 4,
PS3.
2?
It's on PS3 and PS4.
Okay.
It's an amazing game. That game is touted as like one of the best superhero games ever made. So you go from that to like just
Lee, remind me to go buy that game because I will remember.
Wow. It's a really, really good game. And where's my thumbnail? It's gone.
It's there. It's there.
On your thumb.
Wow, that's not true. Wow, it's not here. Wow.
Have I got to
Check the other
act
hand.
it out again?
Maybe.
Okay.
Wow, I don't see it at all. Okay, we'll skip that one. Final Fantasy 16 gets a new trailer and a release date. The new trailer showcases the story, the highly detailed summons. I guess they're doing like a versus summon kind of battle system where like it's like Power Rangers basically, where you summon a giant fucking monster thing and you do like a kaiju battle with another summon. It looks pretty cool. It's kind of an interesting way to do that. They also showcase the gameplay to kind of paint a picture of what you're going to kind of expect. Looks like it's kind of a mixture of Final Fantasy 15 and 7 remake.
7.
So that could be good. It looks a little bit more action oriented than the other ones, which, like I was saying, I'm not really a fan of because like Final Fantasy, you think Final Fantasy's never really been that. It's been experimental ever since, I don't know, I guess 12 or 11. 11 was the first online one, right? I think. Pretty sure.
Something like that.
Anyways, from that point on, Final Fantasy's kind of been all over the place. But once upon a time, you would expect something a little bit different from Final Fantasy, but now it's just like every iteration is an action game. Remake, Stranger of Paradise, 15, 16, like it turned like everything else, it turned into an action game, which is kind of unfortunate. But for what it is, it looks cool. It's a pretty game. The battle system looks like it'll be fun at least. But why? Why does everything have to be a fucking action game? What else? Here we go. This kind of fits in line with what we were talking about earlier about the Game Awards being kind of a shit show. But somebody crashed the Game Awards in the name of Bill Clinton, which was very random. At the
Okay.
end of FromSoft's acceptance of the Game of the Year award, a kid had snuck into the back of the group that was on stage to accept the award. And after they did their little acceptance speech and thanked everybody and did all that, the guy that was kind of hiding out in the background, he just kind of emerged and he said, quote, "Hey, my turn. Real quick, I want to thank everybody and say I think I want to nominate this award to my Reformed Orthodox Rabbi, Bill Clinton. Thank you, everybody."
Okay.
And then they just kind of cut away from him. And then everyone was just like, what?
So that was a
What the fuck
dare.
was that?
That was 100% a dare.
That's what it felt like. It was just so random. But apparently, after they cut away, they arrested him. So that's interesting. But what the fuck? What a random ass thing. Bill Clinton? Why? Why?
Perhaps he just woke up from a coma and he thought Bill Clinton was still president.
Or they were making fun of Kanye West.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
And
Like-
they were like, oh, who should I thank? Bill Clinton.
That kid looked like he was like 13. Like, does he even know who Bill Clinton is? It's so
Coma.
fucking random.
He's
Yeah.
Hillary's wife.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I swear I did not sleep with that intern or that 13-year-old boy that came onto the Game Award. Anyway.
Wow. Wow. But you got to wonder,
Alex back, everybody.
how does that
Yeah.
happen? You have what, four, I think it was 4 people or 3 people and an interpreter that are going up on stage that are all part of the FromSoft team. And then you've got like camera operators, staff, Jeff Keighley, all these people kind of around. Nobody thought to mention like, who the fuck is this kid that's going up on stage with them? No one fucking thought that was weird.
Every
They thought it
single
was a Make-A-Wish
person
kid
assumed
or
it was
something.
someone's kid, and they were just like, oh, okay, they brought their kid, whatever.
I guess it's such a weird thing.
He had a cloak like Harry Potter. Was that the kid?
Yeah, that's the kid. Death Stranding 2 was announced. Yay. Very exciting. Are you excited, Alec?
Yes.
Don't you lie to me. I mean, if anybody would be excited, it would be you, because I know you liked it. But
It's like-
revealed by a teaser trailer at the Game Awards, the title brings back Norman Reedus, but with it looked like more of a focus on, I don't know how to say her name. I think it's French. It's Leah Seydoux, something like that.
How's it spelled?
Fragile.
Seydoux.
Sidu.
Yeah.
Seydoux.
Just
I'm
go
sorry.
with Fragile.
Yeah, her character name is
Oh,
Fragile.
Sey?
Yeah.
Seydu? That doesn't sound like a French name, but
No?
Sadox.
Sadox. But anyways, it follows her. She tries to escape from some mysterious pursuers. That it is very Kojima. It was very kind of all over the place. Didn't really give you much to go off of. He didn't really have any further details outside of the trailer as well. But he did mention that he has completely rewritten the story for Death Stranding 2 from scratch after experiencing the real world COVID pandemic. So for fans of the original, you might want to prepare yourself for probably a dramatic pivot in terms of tone or story, because it's going to be a completely different thing. It's not going to be like a thematic continuation from the original, it seems like.
Oh boy, next game we get to deliver emails physically.
Yeah, like what does that mean? Like, what are we going to do?
Now here's the story.
We'll be a fast food worker this time. we worked for the postal service. Now we're doing fast food.
I have to admit,
We're
it
just
was
going to
dumb.
go through all the jobs.
I still think it is dumb, but it's still a good story.
I hope so. I'm going to play it one day. It's so
you know.
fucking weird. I will. Don't you test
know.
me. I've bought it twice. I'm gonna play it, and I've rented it once. I'm
You're
supporting
just
it.
gonna have to wait for me to complete the machinima of it, and then you'll play it.
Maybe. Cyberpunk 2077 DLC gets a trailer. Yay. I love DLC. Everybody knows that. The trailer confirms that Keanu Reeves is going to return and introduces Idris Elba as a new character for the expansion. The DLC will implement a new style of story, whatever that means, involving a new cast of characters. This will be a paid DLC of which the cost has not been announced yet and will be exclusive to the current generation version of the game only, which we talked about a while ago. The PS4 and Xbox One versions will not be getting this DLC, so I won't be playing it. I mean, I don't know. Even if I had the next gen version, I don't even think I would buy it. Like I have no drive to play that game whatsoever. Sad because I was really excited about it. But oh well. And this one I'm kind of mixed about. Armored Core 6 was announced, again revealed via a CG teaser trailer. The long dormant FromSoft franchise is making a return after 10 years. FromSoft is a different company since they worked on the last Armored Core game. They're now known for their Soulsborne games. So it'll be interesting to see if this will affect the type of game that Armored Core 6 is going to be. Generally, Armored Core is more of like an action-oriented, kind of build your own customized mech, and then you go out and you do missions and you blow up other mechs and stuff like that. It was just like an action game. But given From Software has been making nothing but Souls type games for a long time, I wonder if they're going to try to implement that into whatever this modern version of Armored Core is going to be like. I mean, I suppose that could be cool, but again, it goes back to like, don't make everything the same. It's okay to have variety. It's okay. Games can be different. But yeah, so I'm hoping that they stay true to what Armored Core was, because I really liked those games back in the day. So it'd be nice to see a traditional Armored Core game come back after 10 years. But I have a feeling that they're going to modernize it and make it a fucking punishing Souls game, but with guns.
No, it's
But
gonna
we'll
be
see.
Dance Revolution.
I mean, I'd rather see that.
guns.
Do something different. Yeah, with guns. That sounds amazing. I'm ready for that. Please.
Still waiting for the movie.
I know they haven't said anything about it. I wonder if it got canceled because it was so dumb. I want to see that movie, but we'll see. New game was announced, Banishers: Ghosts of New Eden, by the Life is Strange developers. The reveal trailer was mostly CG, showing a couple of ghost hunters in a cabin to set the tone of the game as a dramatic and dark fantasy story. Afterwards, we get a very brief look at the gameplay, which looks sort of like a Witcher type game, or maybe a Souls type game, because like that's what everything is. But the game will feature Don't Nod staple of impactful decision making that will affect the characters and story path. So that's kind of cool to see that I think this is the first time that they're doing maybe a, I don't know, RPG or action style game where they're also implementing their staple, altering the story and character relationships and stuff like that. I don't think they've done anything like that before. I think the closest that they've done is maybe Vampire, which I haven't played before, so I can't really reference that in terms of like how that game plays. But it'd be kind of cool to see if they commit to like a full either RPG or action game, but still have that depth of altering the story and character relationships like that. That's kind of what Mass Effect used to be in a way. So it'd be kind of cool to see somebody like Don't Nod kind of pick up the mantle for a game like that, because we don't really get a whole lot of games like that these days. The release date is set sometime in 2023, and it will be released for PS5, Xbox Series, and PC. Hopefully it's good. And it's cool to see a new property that looks appealing. So I'll take it. I'll take what I can get. Horizon Forbidden West is getting DLC. Yay, more DLC, my favorite. Set in Hollywood, Los Angeles, the new story-driven DLC will expand the game's story beyond the end of the base game and continue, I was going to say Aloy's adventure forward, featuring new characters and stories and more. Quote, there's always more, you know. Developer Guerrilla Games has confirmed this DLC will not be available on the PS4 version of the game, stating that to achieve their vision for this DLC technically and creatively, they had to exclude the previous gen version of the game. It's so fucked up. That continues to be a trend. Did that with Final Fantasy, doing it with Horizon, doing it with Cyberpunk. Like, just pick one, you know, like just make it next gen if that's the case. If you're going to need to like to achieve the full vision of the game or whatever the fuck, like just make it like focus those efforts on polishing the next gen version of the game.
Focus. That thing
What?
on her ear is called a focus.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Meh.
Meh, meh.
See,
Meh.
now you had to get a PS5 now, Jazz.
No, I don't.
Wow.
Do.
It's DLC. She doesn't need it. DLC's garbage.
I'm gonna kick
Diablo.
your ass.
Wow. DLC is trash. I'm sorry. Diablo 4 gets a new trailer and a release date. The first open world Diablo game will release on June 6, 2023 for PS4, PS5, Xbox Series, Xbox One, and PC. Trailer that they showed looked pretty cool. I like Diablo. I'm not like the biggest Diablo fan, but probably pick it up when it comes out. What about you, Jazz? I know you like Diablo. You gonna get it? Oh well, yeah, it's actually coming out on PS4. Yay!
I might.
You can
I
play
might
it.
get it.
I'll get the PS3 version of it.
Wow,
I'll get
you
it on
do
PS1.
you do that? You
Yeah.
do that. Good luck. Good luck.
We're all
Truly.
counting on you.
I don't know why I took a picture for this one, but I did. We're gonna watch a trailer. We're gonna watch a trailer for Remnant 2. Looks really cool. It's a sequel to Remnant from the Ashes, which is I like a lot. Jazz
Isn't that a
kind of
PS3 game?
I just like the
PS4.
Remnant 2. It's a sequel to Remnant 1. But you didn't
No.
say 1, so I was like, oh.
Yeah. So you laughed at a joke that wasn't even there.
I laughed
It
at my
was a
own
joke in
brain.
your head. You laughed at your own brain.
My head is a joke.
So wow. But I saw this trailer and I had no idea what it was until I saw the logo, which is kind of irritating because again, brand names don't mean anything anymore. It's just like we're gonna make whatever the fuck we want to make, and then it's this franchise. Like it doesn't mean anything anymore. Like it should, like I should know what the content is. You know, if it's a Remnant game, it should look like the first one. If it's a Final Fantasy game, it should look like a Final Fantasy game. But honestly, like everything, like 9 out of 10 things that they showed at the Game Awards look like a Souls game. Because popular. Dark fantasy. Yay.
Show the trailer.
No.
Yes.
No. I have to find it
Yeah.
first. Okay. Here we go.
you
have
just
questions.
get a YouTube audio library music over that?
I did.
Okay,
Not
I was
go-
gonna
not
ask,
gonna-
was
Not
that
gonna
the
get claimed
actual
again.
trailer game?
Yeah,
or
last
trailer
time
music?
I think it was Last of Us that we did, and we got claimed like immediately. But yeah, it looks really cool. It doesn't fucking look like a sequel to Remnant from the Ashes, but it looks really cool. I'm excited about that. I hope it's not
Remnant
garbage.
trying to be Resident Evil 4.
What? Oh, wow.
The spiky monster looked like
You mean
Resident Evil 4.
Village, right?
I don't even know what I mean anymore.
Wow. But yeah, it's just dumb. Like, I hate that feeling of like, oh, what is this game? It looks really cool. Is this a new property? No, it's something I knew. It just looks nothing like the original. Okay.
Yeah, I would never have guessed, like without the title, I would never have guessed that's what it was.
I thought
Right.
it was going to be Sonic the Hedgehog.
I mean, at this point, maybe. Who knows?
DDR.
DDR. Wow. And then a couple of these we'll just kind of go through real quick. Tekken 8 got a gameplay and cinematic trailer, and it revealed the resurrection of a long dead character, which I thought was cool. They're bringing back June Kazuma, which I don't think she's been in the game since what, 3 or 2?
In the main series, Tekken 2, but in
Tekken Tag doesn't
Tekken-
count.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so I thought that was kind of cool. I was a little bit underwhelmed by the trailer just because like that teaser trailer or whatever that they revealed, the way that they put it together made it look like it was transitioning from like cutscene to like fighting in engine, and it looked really good. And the footage that they showed during the gameplay reveal doesn't look anything like that. It looks, you can tell it's gameplay. You know, the graphics take a pretty severe dive compared to that CG trailer, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. As long as it's a good Tekken game, I don't care.
I mean, they're all good Tekken games. Yeah, you still play them. So, you know,
I
look
know.
at me. I played fucking Tekken 2. Go, why?
Tekkens are good. My thing is with fighting games, there's no reason for them to not be like just fucking gorgeous, because like there's no world. You know what I mean? You're talking about basically a 2D or sometimes 3D stage, you know, what, maybe 8 to 10 of those. And then all the graphical assets are focused on the character models. Why doesn't it look amazing? You know, these should be like graphical showcases, in my opinion. So I don't know, but they just seem fine. It doesn't look bad.
Don't you think we got to the point where graphics can't really look any way more?
Well, no, I just made the example of that CG that they showed looked great. I was impressed by it. Why doesn't it look like that? Clearly there's more growth to be had to get to that level.
I think that's probably the story mode between just like in Tekken 7 when it was Kazuya versus Heihachi. They had that kind of story part of it in the trailer, but
Right.
in Tekken 8, so I'm thinking it's going to be the same thing.
Yeah, I know. I get what they're doing, and it's fine. But what I'm saying, you're saying like, oh, we've hit the point where we can't get better with graphics, but
Yeah,
clearly there's a difference between the CG that they show and the in-game fighting. But why? Like I've seen there's plenty of games, big open world, massive games that have character models that look like what they showed in that CG. So why the fuck don't the character models look like that? I just don't understand. It should be way more easy, or way more easy, way easier to make a character model look like jaw-droppingly impressive when it's such a confined environment. You know, you don't have a lot of different assets that are taxing the graphics engine. You're just doing stages and character models. So like, why can't you put all that effort into making just really gorgeous, well animated character models?
because they're going to spend their time advertising for a game that will come out for one console and then wait for the next console to come out and then do the next game. Like literally Tekken 7. PS4. Where's the other Tekkens?
Yeah.
Seriously. Like fucking Tekken, what PS2 had, what? Tekken 4, Tekken Tag Tournament, fucking some other shit.
Right. So, I mean, that just kind of feeds into what I'm saying. It's like, so if they're only going to do one or maybe two Tekkens per generation, they should like, what is happening? What are they spending their time on if not polishing it and making it
gonna-
look and play great?
Oh, I got it. They're going to have Waluigi as a fighter in Tekken 8
God.
because
Liam
he's not in
Neeson.
Super Smash.
Because he's Tekken.
Oh my God, shut up. That would be amazing. Anyway, another just quick thing that they announced at the Game Awards was Bayonetta is getting a weird Origins game that is a adventure platforming puzzle game for some reason.
That's like 3 things.
Again, why? Why are we taking this thing that should be a thing and turning it into something different?
It's also a horror.
I don't understand. Again, you think, oh, Bayonetta, I know what that is. It's an action
It
game.
also has Mario
Sexy
Golf,
witches and combos and Devil May Cry action game. That's what I want when I think of Bayonetta. Here's your platformer. Okay. And why is it happening so fast? They just put out Bayonetta 3. So this comes out on March 17th, 2023. So
My
when that
birthday.
game comes out, Bayonetta 3 will have been out for 5 months. Why?
Bayonetta 3 comes out on March 17th.
No,
4?
the Origin, Bayonetta
Oh.
Origins. I just, why?
Why?
And Dead Cells is getting a Castlevania crossover featuring Dracula, Alucard, and Richter Belmont. Because we don't make Castlevania games anymore, we just put Castlevania things in other things.
Yep.
And that was the Game Awards. Very, very exciting. Yay.
Woo.
Woohoo. Couple other things to go through real quick. Microsoft is increasing prices on new first-party games to 70 smackaroos. And it's not surprising. It's disappointing, but not surprising.
That's fine because there's nothing I want to play on the Xbox. So they can
Yeah,
do what they want.
same. There really isn't. It's just the thing that bothers me is that it's becoming a standard. You know, we're normalizing it. A standard. But outside of that, yeah, it's not going to affect me any. But anyways, a spokesperson stated, quote, "This price reflects the content, scale, and technology or technical complexity of these titles," which is honestly bullshit. That is a bullshit statement. Modern video games have less content than ever, and they charge more money through DLC. They have far less distribution and manufacturing costs than they've ever had. They have almost non-existent quality assurance via like testing. I don't think testers exist anymore to test games. They do it all in-house. And with everything being like trendy copy paste bullshit, there's no innovation, which has to cut down on research and design costs, right? So that's more money they're saving. Plus, video games are more profitable these days than they've ever been before. So how the fuck is this a problem? How, like, why these companies keep coming out and saying, oh, well, games are so expensive to make and we need money and blah, 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 blah. How is that a thing? When you look at the state, like the process of making video games now compared to before, like cartridges, like it's cheaper to make a disc for one compared to a cartridge. And we're making less discs than we ever have because most game distribution now is digital, right? So think of all the money that they're saving across all of these different aspects and the additional money that they're making on DLC, microtransactions and season passes and all this bullshit. So how is this such a struggle? Like, why? It makes no sense.
Do you know what? When I saw that article, I was just like, yeah, I'll pay £70 if it's the complete game.
Yeah, and it's not.
No.
You're seeing, you know, we used to see the digital deluxe edition or whatever for games be $70 or whatever. They're $100 now. And that's not even guaranteeing that you're going to get everything. There's a lot there that have season pass 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Like, what the fuck are we doing? The games are more expensive. There's more DLC than ever. they're still broken. What is happening?
Well, at least telling you to deal with it.
Never. I would never.
Beyond on what Lee said, if I had, if ever I did get like a PS5 after forking out like $800 for the console, like the $80 game won't bother me anymore because I'll be like, fucking, like 10 games is the same price as the console itself. But like, if you have that, that's the price. You just kind of, it's just the way it is. We can't fight it. We could try. We could go throw bricks if you want.
I
I'm
kind of
down.
want to.
Don't know who to throw them at now because the creators are digital.
It's just,
How
I don't
about
know.
Bill Clinton? He's clearly on something. We got
We'll
to
throw them at Alec.
Wow.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Yeah, you
What?
said yeah. You said yeah.
What irritates me is that they're trying to like make it okay. They're trying to justify it. Like, it's like, oh, well, we're not doing this because we want lots of money and we suck. We're doing this because it's a necessity. Feel bad for us and give me your money. Like, just like shut, if they're going to do this, like shut the fuck up and just increase the price. And then we'll just deal with it or we won't. Right. Cause it's just like inflation or whatever, or it can be left to our imagination as to what that is. But for them to be like, oh, this is the reason why, and it's just complete bullshit. Like, I don't want to be bullshitted. I don't want to be lied to, like just shut up about it or be
It's
honest.
complete bullshit. Is it fucking bullshit?
It is fucking bullshit.
Whoa!
How long has that been on your phone?
I don't know.
Forever.
I don't know. When did Sean wear this shirt? That's totally a photo.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a good photo. Good job.
Yeah.
And then I expect Nintendo's probably going to join this trend pretty shortly, because if anybody has the right or the actual need to increase prices, it would be Nintendo, because they're still making cartridges and cartridges are expensive to manufacture. But even that's not even fully justifiable, because again, the
Not the whole
majority,
game's on
like
it.
75 or 80% of sales are digital, right? So it's still like a non-issue. But again, if somebody were to need to do it, it would be somebody making cartridges, because they cost money to make, unlike CDs. But then, yeah, again, it's a pattern, right? It's just like, oh, well, Sony's increasing a couple of games to $70. It's not too big of a deal. And then more games, are released at that price point, so it becomes more normal. And then Microsoft starts doing it, and then Nintendo starts doing it, and it's just like, oh, we just go with the flow, and that's just how it is.
But not the flow that is yellow.
I think I know the real reason why Xbox need to charge 70 quid for their games.
Why is that?
Because they don't have any games to release. So if they come out with one game to release at £70, they got their net revenue.
I guess.
Yep.
Maybe that's it. Maybe they're going to try to
Mhm.
sell TVs now.
Yeah.
And the last one that we have, Microsoft's let me start that again. Microsoft's buyout of Activision Blizzard may actually have been halted. This has been coming up over and over again in the news. Fucking Sony complaining and crying and bitching and moaning and all this shit.
I don't know that. It's fine.
But maybe it paid off. After further investigation, the Federal Trade Commission announced that it will try and block the $69 billion buyout of Activision
69.
Blizzard, as they believe it will, quote, harm competition in high-performance gaming consoles and subscription services by denying or degrading rivals' access to popular content. As a result, the FTC is suing Microsoft as a result to halt the buyout. Microsoft President Brad Smith made a statement reassuring his belief that they will win out in court, and ensures the buyout will be successful. It's interesting.
I don't have it. I don't care.
Brad.
It's all they have. Like they
Yeah.
don't have anything else. The whole thing is so fucking stupid. Yeah, that'll be interesting.
You won't.
Wow.
I don't care either way.
Yeah.
So
Just, do you know what? I actually want them to go to Xbox. So then Sony's like, we need to do something else. What was that World War thing we had? Medal. Dance Dance Revolution. Let's do that.
Dance Dance Revolution, World War II.
Yeah.
like maybe it'd probably be better if this
No.
does go through, because Sony will have something to prove, right? So like they might actually have to be innovative and come up with a new idea to draw people in. There's a fucking concept.
I mean, at least Sony are coming up with ideas. That's
That's true. Yeah, and how pathetic is that? It's like things are so barren that, like, compared to Microsoft, Sony looks great, but they're not even really doing that much either. It's just like more of the same.
Yeah.
Why?
Well,
Oh well. So that
all
was
for
news. It's time for a game.
Okay, it's game time.
It's been a while. Hey,
Yes.
Thank you, Carlos.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Let's do Who Dat NPC. So, all you have to do is tell us or me what that game or the NPC characters is. Don't worry, it's probably the effects of the C person that's ruining the Wardcast.
Wow.
So yeah, and I actually labeled
Who
it.
is
So
the C
what's
person?
A?
A is Duck from the Telltale's Walking Dead. B looks like a Final Fantasy 13 character. I don't know what the fuck C is. It's so blurry. It looks like a PS2 game.
Lee says Duck from Telltale Walking Dead Season 1. AJ from Telltale Season 3. Huh? Who's AJ? I just
I
always
don't
call him
know.
Duck.
Well, I'm confused. I think he meant. Oh. Wait, what?
I'm confused.
So am I. I
He's
thought I knew what he
correcting
was
it.
talking about. Okay, yeah, I guess so.
Perhaps AJ is the actual name of Duck. Just
AJ Duck.
yeah.
I have no idea what C is.
I feel like C is from a game that I don't know, so I'm like struggling to try to figure out who it is. But
Let you guys confer for a bit longer while I send Sean the answer.
it's like a fucking pedestrian in like Saints Row or something stupid like that.
Saints Row. It looks like a PS2 game. It's
Interesting.
probably from that fucking game that he just showed us, that SOS shit. From the sauce.
Okay, I'm sending Sean the answer. No.
It's a player from like Tony Hawk. Because it looks like he's on a skateboard.
Oh my god. Wow.
You said it looked like a PS2 game.
Well. It's hard to tell because it's so fucking blurry.
Lee says C is someone that probably dies in the game. It's probably someone that should have died in the game. Right, Sean?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, reveal the answer.
And I'm trying. Give me a second.
I just did.
Wow. Wow. No. There.
Good job.
I still don't know who that is.
Let's see if chat build the answer. As I get this fucking weird bits of news on my screen.
Is it like a Silence Hill
yeah.
kid?
All right.
That's his name. Silent
A
Hill Kid.
is Duck
Yeah.
from the Walking. It's Duck from the Walking Dead Telltale series. B is Darge Cutterer from Final Fantasy 13. And C is Lot from Resident Evil Survivor. Don't you feel educated?
No.
I feel edgy-macated.
No.
Hey, I got 1.5 out of 3.
Yeah, good job. You won Lot as
Yay!
an NPC. And now available in NFTs.
Oh God.
Yeah. All right. Jazz, do you have a game?
I do not.
Sean, do you have a
I
game?
also feel stupider. I do not have GAM.
All right. Then it's time for my final game. It is for the best one. It is R&R.
Oh God, I don't have the image. Sorry.
It's fine. It is reverse and remember. Basically, I play a video game clip that has been reversed, and you guys have to try to remember what it is and tell me what it is. So let's start with the first one.
Here, I'll give you. There.
Why the fuck is it playing? God damn it.
Gee, I
It
wonder.
was playing the answer after.
Mhm.
Yeah, what was that?
That was DDR
Pokemon
dead.
Snap
or Hey You Pikachu.
for that.
Yeah, it was Hey You Pikachu. I wonder why it's playing the next one after. All right, I'll just have to keep an eye on it. All right, next one is.
Look, yes, the house looks right. Tell us, that's my touched in right now. Phil, tough, and mission is now ringing. Look, ich auf uns sagt, wir doch, going. Ich nicht mehr stark, mir rösten, aber es ist noch nicht anders. This.
There's so much talking.
Yeah.
And a race car?
It could be Dunstar's Revolution.
The movie, the game.
I'm also trying to work out why my sound pad is playing the next one like immediately after. Never used to do that, so why is it fucking doing it now?
Because get good.
Because it's fucking me off, that's why.
I'm going to go with R, Racing Evolution.
Wow. Probably gonna have to play it again.
Okay.
I recognize the voice.
Look, yes, the house looks right. Tell us, that's my touched in right now. Phil, tough, and mission is now ringing. Look, ich auf uns sagt, wir doch, going. Ich nicht mehr stark, mir rösten, aber es ist noch nicht anders. This.
Mario Kart.
The thing at the start sounds familiar.
2.
It's Resident Evil 1.
Go Kart Edition.
Play it one more time.
look, yes, in the house, looks nice, but tell us, so I was touched in now, Phil, tough, and mission it was now ringing, but ich auf uns sagt, ihr doch, going to fish and if mash dark in your roast, no, that's not easy, that's it.
What could he possibly have to say before the cars pass? Like, there's so much dialogue. I have no idea. Ape Escape 2.
Lee saying Toka, Touring Cars 1. For the
I feel like he's got the best guess. Gran Turismo 7.
Jazz.
I still feel like it's like music and not cars.
That can't be music. It's either got it's got to be a machine or a car
Or vibrator.
or a vibrating car. Pokemon.
I don't know.
Okay, here's the answer.
This is the 1997 Touring Car Championship. The new Accord really does look like it could. The opening rounds
So
of the
fucking
the first
random.
qualifying round is just about to start. So let's go down to the track and take a look.
Why do you know that, Lee?
I think Lee has an advantage because we played the same games as a
Oh, wow.
kid, so.
Yeah, that
All right.
that would give advantage. Yeah.
Here's the next one.
Os Ursus Here I look over your feathers, none of mouth. Sliding the body full, said the strong one, yes, yeah. Say, you're up. The night was a lishy shy. Nail not hers over on my own. Hers over, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Tekken? I'm going with Tekken.
Yeah.
Isn't it actually like Tekken or something like that? I think it's been bastardized. In like the first or second game, they say it, and it's like Tekken. But everybody called it Tekken, so they're just like, fuck it. We're going for it. We're going with it. Stupid Americans.
I'll play it one more time.
Os Ursus Here I look over your feathers, none of mouth. Sliding the body full, said the strong one, yes, yeah. Say, you're up. The night was a lishy shy. Nail not hers over on my own. Hers over, yeah.
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 Yar. Yar.
Lee says Final Fantasy X.
I once again have absolutely no idea.
All right. Let's have the answer.
Are you a loser?
No, I am not a loser.
Ever gotten laid?
Yeah, she lives in Canada.
You can't lie to me.
Who are you? That's it. I say no more to this cruel fate I've been dealt. I'm gonna do this for you, Uncle Larry. So am I, sister. So am I.
I have no idea what that is.
It's definitely not Final Fantasy X. It is Leisure Suit Larry, Magna Cum Laude. It's a game me and my sister played on Xbox, and it came out on PS2 as well. But yeah, it's an adult themed game.
I have one of those on Xbox 360. It's like box office something.
Yeah, I think I've seen it as well. We had the original Xbox / PS2 version. So.
It's very dumb.
All right, next one.
Further, I will find out. So, be my family. Let's see where. You'll have pussy. Remember, it all. You'll shack. Wow. We sit back to down there. The hell, no, no. And that's it. Niet meer teruggewoon, ja. Wees in, ben er zo. Eerst in mezelf. Of dat de morgen saus mag wel wat.
No idea.
Again.
I think the voices don't even sound familiar.
My family. Let's see.
No.
You'll have pussy. Remember, it all. You'll shack. Wow. We sit back to down there. The hell, no, no. And that's it. Niet meer teruggewoon, ja. Wees in, ben er zo. Eerst in mezelf. Of dat de morgen saus mag wel wat.
No. Lee.
Whoever it is, he like threw up right at the end there. He was like, "Bleh."
There's Leon talking to Ashley.
I actually forget what like RE4 Leon actually sounds like.
Wow.
And that picture is so distracting. That's why I keep looking down and closing my eyes to listen to the voice.
I'm sorry.
He's crazy Leon. I was like, does he know it's still up there?
It's the game image.
All right.
Some obscure ass fucking PC game that you and your cousin used to play when you were 5.
It's a good guess, actually.
Yeah. The sequel, though.
Here's the answer.
Welcome to our summer home by the falls. Well, thanks for making the trip. I've always wanted to meet you. I know what you're thinking. Is that an otter on my head? Or am I just happy to see you? Well, both. Actually, the otter's a member of the weasel family. I have weasels in my family, but enough about my brother.
Whatever this game is, sounds horrible.
Well, it is the voice of Conan O'Brien in Death Stranding.
That's why it sounds horrible.
Wow.
Wow. All right,
wow.
next one.
Nou, ik had daar gezegd, ik kan al runnen zich pas in huis. Er of niet gisteren. Ja, round one busher fear, maar ik is nu tijd, nee, is het.
It's you in the bathroom.
That's Credence.
Metal Gear Solid.
One more time.
Nou, ik had daar gezegd, ik kan al runnen zich pas in huis. Er of niet gisteren. Ja, round one busher fear, maar ik is nu tijd, nee, is het.
I have no idea.
Just say like Sean and Metal Gear, but that's like entirely just guess.
Yeah, I don't think so. That's the only game I can think of that has like toilet humor, and there was like peeing.
was a little fart at the start.
All right, let's see if you can get it from the answer.
Those alien bastards are gonna pay for shooting
Oh,
up my
wow.
ride.
Duke Nukem.
This is taking forever. Time to stop pissing around and get this big guy back into action.
Is that from the new one? Well, the new one. The last one.
Seriously, I might have to retire this sound pad because it's just not doing what I ask.
It's fighting you.
Yeah. So that was Duke Nukem Forever.
Forever.
Forever. All right, let's see if we can get this one.
You saw it.
If it's not House of the Dead, then it's Time Crisis.
Resident Evil 4. Of the Dead.
Oh, wow. He's got it like nailed. Lee's right. Hey, how's it going, Chuck Boris?
Well, he's not right because
No?
here's
Was I
the
right?
answer.
No!
Is this that kendo thing? Oh, no.
People of the AMS, I am Goldman. I don't care if you people try to get in my way or not. In time, you'll find out who's right. This is a
Fucking
present
laugh.
from me to you.
Yeah.
It's like he wasn't even trying.
It sounds the same in reverse.
It does.
No.
Ooh.
It's not
So
the House
bad.
of the Dead 2. It is the Typing of the Dead.
Oh, get fucked. Isn't that literally the same game? Just
No,
with
it's-
typing?
No, it clearly doesn't have guns. They have a keyboard. The character has a keyboard.
Yeah, but it's the same story.
No, it's a totally different game.
Get
All right, here's the bonus one.
What? Tail caronical manager excuse me. They see you What?
Duel.
Was that the new adventures of old Mega Man?
It was.
The
Good
wheels
job,
on the
Sean.
bus.
Here
That's
is
what
the,
got me.
Here's the answer.
Hello. No, don't drop that. Oh, God, I'm
Kermit.
burning. Whoa, you see that? The huge explosion I'm looking directly at? No, I didn't see that. I didn't see any of that.
And that was R&R.
I got one.
Yeah,
And
good.
it's because it was me.
Yeah. Would be funny if you didn't get it. Like, is it double?
I just figured duel because I heard the helicopter
Yes, it was
voices and then you.
Spoiler.
Oh. All right. Suppose the last thing to do, if you want to do it.
Comments?
Yeah.
Let's do it. And then we shall wrap up.
Like Christmas.
Presents.
Yeah, because December and all that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boom.
Right, I have to work out if that's the first comment or something.
It's the one that says it's the first. Yeah, it says comment one right there.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything to me. Anyway, so
Wow.
this is from Duel Season 1, the whole thing put together. Bassist King. Well, at least he admits it. I just remembered this series today, and oh man, it brought back such great memories from years past and new laughs from more recent episodes. It was worth the 3.49 hours of my life watching.
3.49.
Yeah.
So specific.
Thank you. Thumbs up, smiley face with sunglasses emoji. So, question 1. Do you think season 2 of Duel will be longer than 3 hours and 49 minutes?
3 hours and 50.
The entire thing? Oh God.
350.
Probably. I feel like season 2 is going to be way longer because there's way more cutscenes in 5. But I don't know. It depends. It depends on what I can come up with. It might be harder to write material for it.
I mean, at least you always have someone to bounce off as a different character. Like Chris could always talk to Sheva.
That's
Shiva.
true. Yeah, the random shit that I can write with, like I have way more flexibility because it's not just, Leon talking to himself or bitching about something. He can actually play off of Sheva, like you said.
Shiva.
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 Yes. Leon can play off from Sheva. It's not Chris. It's
Or Chris.
Leon.
No, I'm going to mod him in.
Yeah. All right, question 2. What is more priority for you, Sean? Is it Duel Season 2 or remaking the first episodes of Duel Season 1? Or other mini minutes?
They're probably about the same, honestly. Maybe a little bit more to season 2, but I like getting both of those out is really important to me. So they're both definitely a focus.
Question 3. What's some of the best memories when you were making Duel videos?
Best memories? That's kind of hard.
People constantly asking him where the next episode is.
Or what is that song?
Oh, yeah.
Those are my
I've never heard that song in my life.
I don't know. I mean, if I had to pick a highlight, I guess it'd probably be like the inception of it, when it was all shiny and magical and new and just kind of fucking around with Damon and just being stupid and shit like that, trying to figure out like how to be a voice actor and how to do anything, it was all just kind of flying by the seat of my pants, and it was all crazy and stupid, and definitely something I'll always remember.
I love that reply. It's like, how to be a voice actor? I know. I'll grit my teeth and then start talking.
Exactly.
Like this.
that wasn't my mentality. I was just like being mad. When you get mad, you clench your teeth. And when you don't know how to act or what you're doing, that's how you're mad.
Okay. I think your issues. Next comment.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
2. Is that 2? That's 2.
Yep. Okay. Just make sure. Next comment is from Duel Episode 13 announcement video from You Fuck Turd.
That's a great name.
It is. And the comment is freeze, bitch. I said freeze.
Bitch.
I mean, in this weather, I actually feel like it. Question 1. Is saying freeze when pointing a gun at someone considered a dumb thing to say, considering the other person never actually freezes?
What?
Is saying freeze when pointing a gun at someone considered a dumb thing to say, considering the other person never actually freezes?
No, it's not about them actually listening. It's just, putting it out there. Putting it out into the universe.
All right, here's a question for both of you guys. Would you rather freeze to death or burn to death?
It's essentially the same
Freeze
thing.
burn.
I believe the sensation's similar. So, I mean,
Freeze or burn.
I don't
Probably
know.
freeze because it's more like going to sleep. Whereas like your skin is not melting off.
I suppose
Yeah,
burning to
But I like to play with fire.
that's dark as fuck, but also, yeah, I think
I would
you're
want to
right.
like burn myself in the middle of a blizzard. Yeah.
I think burning to death will be a lot quicker, but
Mm,
when you freeze to death, at least when you get hypothermia, you start to feel warm again, and yeah, as you said, you fall asleep. So
yeah, like your body slows down, and then you get to the point where you're not cold, you're hot, and then you kind of just pass out. But like burning, you smell your own skin burning, bro. You
not
gotta
unless your
smell that
nose
shit.
burns off first.
You still smell it.
Yeah, but only for a few seconds. So I'm hearing freeze to death.
No, I just want to drown.
Wow.
I choose option C.
Well, you can drown and then we'll freeze the water
D, all of the above.
and then light it
Okay.
on fire.
Yeah. Once I'm dead, I don't care what you do. Just put me in
All
a
right.
bottle of ketchup.
Question 3. What made the villager a bitch anyway? Didn't look like a dog to me.
His face.
They're all a bunch of bitches in
He has a
Leon's
bitch
eyes.
All right, last
The
comment.
world is a bitch.
Nah, 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 nah. No.
Chuck Boris says, "Oh, big fan of your work. Leon impression is perfect. My favorite moment is in Raccoon City Stories when Leon and Claire is driving in a police car and Leon says, 'Hey, I used to drift.'"
I think we still
Thank
use
you.
that quote
Thank you,
like
Chuck
every day.
Boris.
It's classic.
I know,
Leon.
right? It
Hey,
works
look,
so
a
well
Burger King.
in day-to-day life.
Hey, a Burger King.
I'm like literally in my head every time I see it. All right, last comment. No, that's the first comment.
Oh, did I pick the wrong one?
Dum
Oopsie.
dum.
Oh, hey, wow, you're a dum-dum.
Should be
Mm-mm.
from Earth Rocker 6109.
I clicked on the wrong thingy.
Good job. All right. Okay. So from Earth Rocker 6109, you have to be smart to understand. You fucking bitch. Still hilarious. Glad to know I'm not the only one who remembers this from way back when. I mean, did you forget about it?
How could you?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, no.
Wow.
So question 1, do you actually need to be smart to understand?
It helps. It's not required, but it helps.
Okay. Jazz, do you have a retort? Do you have to be smart to understand?
What are you doing?
That's all that's going through my mind right now. So,
well, keep up. We're nearly done. Question 2: is bitch your like favorite go-to word, Sean?
It's one of my favorites. It's a strong word.
that and
it's very versatile.
bullshit. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what my favorite like insult is.
Gay.
Although it does.
Yeah,
bitch,
that is
probably
100%
is.
yours. Yeah.
Yeah, true. Although it did remind me of a insult. Me and Alex were in the car this morning, and he was like, "This is my sad face," and then I said something on the lines of, "I'm sure I feel upset if I was looking at your face." I just continued not to look at his face.
Wow.
That's just like he's like, "Wow," like as you guys were, and I was like, "Ah." I'm going to write that one down. So I did. It's like, okay, I've got to fit that shit up or something.
The only one, he's not here, but the only one I know who has an actual favorite like insult is Michael. He calls everybody Muppets. And it's really, it entertains me.
All right.
It's great.
Well, this leads on to question 3. What is your favorite way to insult someone?
I don't know. It depends on the situation. You can't just use any insult for any situation. You gotta read it and use the appropriate one for the situation.
I have 3 favorite insult names that I use. There's idiot, nerd, and dumbass. Those are my 3.
I would say idiot was your top one.
Idiot. Yeah, I call everybody idiot or nerd, but like mostly idiot. Even myself. I
You
called a
definitely-
2-year-old an idiot yesterday. I said 2-year-olds are
That's
idiots
fucked
because
up.
they can't. Well, not like one directly, but I just said 2-year-olds are idiots because they can't read. Yeah,
Damn.
true
Savage.
story. I love children. They're idiots.
Wow. Well,
Whatever. I was one. I'm allowed to say that.
I don't think that works that
Yeah,
way.
yeah. No, I was one once. I was an
I was a
idiot when
child
2.
once, so I get to kick the shit out of him. Wait, what?
I was an idiot up until my late 20s, and then I just became a dumbass.
Oh wow, you promoted?
Little old dumbass.
Yeah, Commander Dumbass, former idiot.
Got a promotion. Or demotion.
Ew. Yeah.
Oh, that was Read Your Comcoms. Leave a comment on any Ward video.
Leave
and,
a yeah.
I'll get to it eventually.
Leave a
I'll
comment.
just wait
Idiot.
for I'll just wait for Sean to release some more stuff.
Yeah.
And then,
Wait for Sean to do it.
yeah.
Wow.
Idiot.
How dare you? Alrighty. This has been episode 180. Can you believe it? That's crazy. Thanks for joining us, everybody. If you enjoyed the podcast or any of the content at the Ward, please consider helping us grow by sharing our content, liking the video, and subscribing. You can also support us through patreon.com/thewordproductions to get exclusive content, or buy merchandise like t-shirts, hats, and more on our website, the-ward.com/shop. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Oh,
need to
shit. I didn't
fucking
have the video
learn.
queued up.
You're like, have a good time.
All right, let's
Wait,
make it up.
bye, everybody. Wait,
Do,
wait.
do.
Okay.
Do,
Dun,
Now we're
dun,
do, do.
Bye.
dun, 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 dun.
There we go. I'm gonna come up with some lyrics for this.